What's up, my YouTubers, and welcome to Tuesday's Prison Talk. Well, what's up, my YouTubers, and welcome to Prison Talk Tuesdays. All right, and for my intro, what's up, my YouTubers, and welcome to Prison Talk Tuesday. All right, so I have a few things to say for my intro first. One, the things I say in this video is not only the things based on my own opinion, but a few others as well. I will not be using names except for a few of my friends that I have made, but this is the raw truth, and so let's begin. What is up, my YouTubers? All right, and we are in week 8 now. So we are now getting into 90 days left, which I was 90 days out in August. So basically, when you are 90 days or less, the social workers go ahead. Social workers. It sounds so weird in prison, but basically, like me, who's on medication, they go ahead and they set you up with outside appointments. They make sure that you have Medicaid. If you need a driver's license, if you need your social security card, if you need anything, basically they go ahead and set everything up for you. So that way, when you get out, you can go ahead and have all that stuff established. Food stamps, you do have to ask for them to sign you up for food stamps. Medicaid is kind of like an automatic thing, but you do have to wait until you're 90 days out. And what they do is they put a list of all the names on a bulletin board, and you just wait for your name. And then since we were in the since we were in the Canary unit, the Medicaid lady actually came to us, so we didn't have to go back up the hill to do that. So that was kind of nice. They go over the home plan with you, which is basically where you're going to be living. If you have probation, parole, if you're just off, stuff like that. They go ahead and call anybody that you're living with to make sure that, you're okay living there. They go ahead and set you up with your medication, a supply of medications. They said it was a month. They actually gave me a 3-month supply, so that was really, really nice. They set up my therapy appointments, my psych appointments. They didn't really set those up for me. They actually just told me to go to Coastal Horizons. And so I had kind of like that. And then I was 60 days out on September 7th. I was 30 days out on October 2nd. So my last week, I didn't really realize that I was getting out that soon. I mean, it felt like it went by fast, but it didn't really go by fast. I just continued to do what I did, which is basically read and sleep. And once I wasn't in classes or I didn't really have to go up the hill really at all, I pretty much just read and slept a lot because there really isn't anything to do in prison. I did have some of my friends or whatever always tell me to, in the morning or after count time, make sure to go out there and get the remote because we like to watch the Food Network channel. And I was one of the few people who actually liked to watch the Food Network channel, so that was kind of nice. And then they told me about like my release date, which was when was my release date? November 1st. And they told me what to expect. They go ahead and make sure that you have somebody coming to pick you up. If you don't have anybody coming to pick you up, they go ahead and set you up with a bus ticket to wherever you're at. It doesn't matter if you're like anywhere in North Carolina. It does not matter where you're at. You could be 8 hours away. They make sure to go ahead and set up that bus ticket and make sure you go ahead and get your like let's say the bus stops in a different city. They make sure that you have your transfer tickets and everything set up, which is kind of funny because even though they get you a bus ticket to wherever you're going, you can pretty much get off at any stop, which then you'd have a warrant for escaping unless you're just free and you don't have parole or probation. So I had a goal before I left to read 200 books, and I had 2 books left to read. I don't think I made it to 200. I might have. I'll have to look at my list, which is in a different video. Then I went ahead and made sure I had enough coffee, bulk items set up. So like basically what I did is I would tell Jim that send this amount of money for canteen. So that way I went ahead and made sure I had enough shampoo, soap, I should say just, I made sure I had enough hygiene, coffee, which is massively essential, pens, papers, and everything else that I needed to last me those 3 months. And then anything else that I had that I didn't really care about, I would give away. I was going to keep my tumbler cup that I bought, but at the last minute, I decided to give it to my bunkmate neighbor who's on the bottom bunk. She didn't have one. And I realized I have enough tumblers at home and I can always buy one. Even though it was a really, really cool tumbler and I had decorated it with magic marker, which you're not supposed to have in prison, but we kind of like took them. Yeah. Um, and then I decorated it with nail polish too. So I kind of blinged it out, but I gave it to her. Um, and then sleep and TV, I already talked about that. Oh, when you do get to leave, if you don't have anybody picking you up, even if you do have somebody picking you up, you can go ahead and pick out your outfit to wear when you leave. So that's kind of nice. People do donate clothing to the prison. So I was going to do that. Is go through my closet. Eventually, I haven't done that at all yet, but and pick out a bunch of clothes and donate them because I mean, honestly, I would rather have them go somewhere that or people need them. I've done this with Facebook Marketplace. I'll go on there and just say, hey, or I'll pay it forward and give them to like my mom's friend Janine at Magic Beans in case anybody needs them. Because let's face it, I mean, a lot of people can't afford clothes, and it's great to pay it forward. And I know a lot of people really honestly don't care about prisoners, and since I've been to prison, and I don't care about a lot of the people for certain crimes, and I won't get into that, but there are a lot of people in there who really do make a difference and are trying to better themselves when they get out. So, um, phone calls. I made sure to have enough money on my books for phone calls. I tried to limit my phone calls when I was about 90 days out, 60 days out, 30 days out because there wasn't much going on in prison at all. So I didn't really have much to talk about. And I also stopped, I had just enough stamps. I think my last letter went out in September because, again, there wasn't really much to write about. So I gave all of my envelopes I had left over away. And then basically your night before you leave, anything that you are taking home, you basically put in a bag or bags because a lot of people had craft items, and you put it up front with your last name and your opus number. Um, supposedly somebody said that they go through the bags, but I don't think they do. But whatever. I did end up spending my birthday and Halloween in there, and I have a birthday food list that I did. I was saving specific canteen and the leftover of my box items that I got in whatever massive box I got. I saved a couple of those items because I was going to have a big birthday dinner and dessert with a couple of people because that was just fun. And then like a Halloween snack day because we were going to watch Halloween movies. And then the shower. I did shower like the night before so I could like wake up and have my hair done and everything else. I signed my release papers on Tuesday, October 29th at 4:30 p.m. Basically, it's just a sheet that says, here's your home plan. You are now no longer property of the state. You are no longer property of the prison system. You give your plastic ID to, actually, you keep your ID until you are actually released. But, and then they give you like all of your home plan and everything else. Let's see what else. I again, I showered, I shaved, I did my hair. I kind of did my makeup, but I didn't really. I had coffee, and then that morning of, Jim had dropped off my clothes prior to. He came that morning and dropped off the clothes, so I got changed out, and they let me change. You cannot be released before 8 a.m. So of the day that you are, so like November 1st, as 8 a.m. November 1st, I can be released. And Jim came there early, gave me my clothes, but at that time there was like things going on They were trying to get us out before 9 a.m. count. Me and one other person left that day. They were trying to get us out before 9 a.m. count, so they were trying to hurry. But I could feel Jim was there because my butterflies in my stomach. And I was just like, oh my God. He came not at 8 a.m. He came a little bit later. I know I probably just said that he came early. But I was so nervous. I think I was more nervous to see him because I only saw him twice. Like, I mean, besides video calls, I only saw him twice. I was so nervous. And I don't know why I was nervous, but I was pacing. I was drinking so much coffee. I was walking around. I couldn't sit still. I started questioning the things I gave away because I wanted to give more away, but I couldn't because everything was up front. I went ahead and stripped my bed down. A lot of people, when they leave, they don't strip their bed down. I went ahead and stripped my bed down, put all of my linens. I gave away anything like extra sweatshirts or anything to anybody. Basically, I gave as much stuff away as possible because I knew I was getting out and I could always go home and get that stuff. Now, I did keep a few books, some of the books that I got in the mail, and I kept all of my paperwork. I think I gave away all my hygiene. I gave away all of my hygiene. And then I gave away my coffee that was left over. But yeah, so then I turned in my tablet. You have to turn in your tablet before you leave, and they, release it from this. They release you from the tablet, so your picture's not on there, anyways. Now, if you saw my first video or my second video when I talked about my weight going in, I think I was 134, 135 when I went in, and I was 107 when I went out. And that's mostly due to my medication, which is the Effexor. Can cause weight loss, but also because prison really doesn't feed you. So unless you have money to buy canteen, or you have Good Samaritans who donate canteen to you, or you have somebody that you can what's it called, Cash App, to buy you food, then you pretty much don't eat. So my birthday food. We luckily had a hot breakfast that day, so that was nice. I'm trying to turn on. What do you want? What? Point. I can't see what you're pointing to, honey. You can't just sit down and point. Get up off your chair and go point. Okay, fine. What? You want the little creatures? Which one? Trenton, pick. Please, I can't see. You want your spider? Or do you want that one? Okay. Thank you. All right. So my birthday, which was October 30th. Luckily, we got a hot breakfast that day, so that was amazing. Hot breakfast that day was eggs, oatmeal, and bread. They call it toast. It's bread. So I had that for the. Oh, that's another thing. Another reason why I think I lost so much weight is because of the stress, and I wouldn't get up. Well, we didn't really have a lot of hot breakfasts, so I didn't really get up. And there was a lot of days that like lunch and dinner just sucked, so I just wouldn't eat. But lunch, we had either peanut butter or fried bologna sandwiches with cheese. I think I did go to lunch. Yes, I did go to lunch. And then for dinner, I made wraps with the shredded chicken from the box I had left over, the jalapeno and rice mix, which I think was from the box. It might have been from Canteen. Taco seasoning, which was from the box. Pepper jack cheese, which was from the box. Ranch dressing. And then I also had plain rice with it. Some people, I think 2 people threw in some stuff. If you hear Trenton in the background, he's watching his show. But so 2 people threw in some food items, so we made this huge dinner. And then for dessert, we had pound cake with, this is what I took a wrap, and I mixed pound cake, peanut butter, chocolate, I think it was pound cake, peanut butter, chocolate chip cookies. I crushed up hot chocolate, cappuccino, oatmeal, cereal, jelly, and plain chips. I crushed them all up, and I put them all onto, the cappuccino and hot chocolate mix I actually mixed separately. But I basically crumbled all that up, put it on a tortilla, and then topped it with the hot chocolate and cappuccino drizzle. And I know people are like, what? Pound cake, peanut butter. So what I did is I spread the peanut butter down first. Oh, cream cheese. That's what the CC is. So I had the tortilla, then I spread the peanut butter down. Then I had the cream cheese down. Then the mixture of pound cake, oatmeal, cereal, and plain chips. No, not plain chips. The pound cake, oatmeal, cereal, and jelly. I mixed that all together and then put that down. And then I crushed the plain chips because you needed a salty aspect. And then the hot chocolate and cappuccino drizzle. I put that on top. Then I rolled it up and we ate that as dessert, and it was really, really good. Some of these I can make in a different video and show you guys. I know it's going to be really sweet, but it actually sounds really, really good right now. And then Halloween, I had leftover jalapeno popper, caramel popcorn, and some strawberry cheese wafer cubes that I had. So I shared those with a few people, which they were more than excited to do. But that about wraps it up for week 8. I did not eat the prison dinner on my birthday just because I knew we were going to eat this other dinner. And let's see what else. We ended up not watching Halloween movies on Halloween. I don't know why. I think somebody else had the remote, but we ended up watching something else that was really, really good. Excuse me. But like I said, I think that wraps up about week 8. I'm pretty sure, like I always say, I left out something. I'm pretty sure I could have talked more about the discharge and stuff, but that's what I have other videos for. So if you have been or know somebody who has been incarcerated in New Hanover County, if you have been if you if you personally have been or know somebody who has been or is still currently incarcerated in North Carolina Correctional Institution for Women located in Raleigh, North Carolina, and would like to help do something about helping these women out, please like this video, comment below, and share this video. We need to be the voices on the outside to help these females. Please be kind to each other in the comments and stay awesome. Bye.